And we're live.
Yeah. Guys, welcome again to another week's episode of Two Fake Friends. We are buzzing actually. We are jumping from grace to grace, and we're expanding in streams. As Emanuela told us this week, that we have over 10,000 streams over the last 10 episodes, and you guys have made our dreams come true. I've always wanted to be like a superstar, like a pop star actually. Um, and I didn't know that podcast would be my path to entry. And here I am. I thought startup would be my path to entry, but startup failed. And here I am doing podcasts for a living. Um, yeah, looking forward to the live shows and so much more to do with you guys. Emanuela, how are you doing today?
Hi. I'm doing
What does it feel like
um,
to be popular?
well, Tolu. First of all, I want to say something. I just want to announce everybody in this podcast that you stressed me before we started recording this episode. You were controlling me like I was I don't know, like I don't have agent.
Yeah.
I want to report you to all our listeners. That's number one. Number
Okay.
two, I think I'm starting tennis today. So that's a little bit.
Copycats, copycats. See,
Oh my
Emanuela,
God,
talking
you're a
about,
fool.
so let's track
No,
back
no,
to
no, no, no,
agencies.
no, no,
Track
no,
back to you having agency.
no, no, Tolu, I want to show you something.
Emanuela,
At the
I
beginning of
understand
this
that I have
year,
so much
no,
influence.
no, Tolu, at the beginning of this year, I wrote a list of things
Emanuela,
that
I,
I want.
I understand I have
Oh
so
my
much
God,
influence
Tolu, can you
around the
shut up?
world, but like, I should not be influencing you so
No,
much
no, Tolu,
that you have to do everything I do.
Tolu, I need you to shut up. At the
Please, I'm
beginning of the
begging you.
year,
I'm begging
like
you
on the 1st of January, I wrote a bunch of things that I wanted to
that you
do
wanted
this
to be
year.
like me.
Oh my
I
God.
think you should start with being like Jesus. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So
Can you
first
let
of
me
all, like,
speak? Can you let me speak?
is there a point?
Yes. So I
Okay.
chose that I wanna like one of the things I wanted to do this year was learn to play tennis, and this is me picking and kicking off my bucket list. The same way I learned to knit. Did you start knitting before I started knitting? I chose to
Of course
knit from the
not.
beginning of the year. Yes. I
Of
chose
course
that
not.
I
That's
want
why you
to
didn't
learn to
continue.
swim. I chose that I wanted to donate blood. I chose that I want to DJ for a party, which I'm working on right now, and a bunch of other things. Nothing like in this life, if I'm looking for who to copy, it can never be you. I want
Okay.
you to
Let's assume
understand.
let's assume you're let's assume you're serious about it.
It's like
But
there's nothing I'll copy. Kilo shell.
okay. But let's assume you're serious about that. But everybody knows that you copy me all the time. But that's
Tell
fine.
me, tell me one thing I've copied from you.
That's fine.
I started a company, started a company. And my company was doing credit. You say you did your company credit. What are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Copycats.
you're a copycat. But that's fine. How have you been?
I just literally said I don't know, I've been okay. Just minimum, mid. I'm just there. It's not that deep.
Are you enjoying Lagos? Is the sun hot?
Mm-mm.
Would you recommend
I think
Lagos
that
now?
something that is funny about me being in Lagos now is that Lagos just doesn't feel like home to me anymore. Like, I feel like, fine, in the past 2 years, I've not really been around. Like, I've barely stayed in Lagos long enough.
Hmm.
But I feel like this is the most time when I feel it the
And
most.
2 years has eradicated the 26 years of your life.
First of all, I only moved to
You
Lagos
fucking
in like,
classist. You fucking
shut up.
racist.
I moved
You
to Lagos.
fucking elitist.
Wait, Tolu,
Lagos
what?
does not feel like home to you anymore just because you spent 2 years in America.
Tolu, you're a misogynist.
Gladly. Okay, by the way, we
Because if
have a
you're
very,
no,
very.
shut up. Because if you're not a misogynist, why can't you let me finish speaking? I don't get it. Why do you keep
That
cutting me?
because that because I want to let another amazing
Yes, then
woman
shut up so let
talk on the
me finish
call.
saying what I'm
We
saying so
have
that
we have an
I
amazing
can
woman
speak.
on the we have an amazing
I will never
woman on the
talk
pod.
in this conversation again. I'm going to be quiet.
Okay, we have an amazing woman on the pod this week. Adebola Williams. She's quite popular. So if we think about our popularity, which we've just acclaimed now, and thanks to our popularity, we're able to now afford podcast microphones. And so Manuela has a podcast microphone she's recording with. That's the problem she faced before joining the call, and I have a podcast microphone as well, and that's supposed to make our quality better. But our popularity in respect to this person is like insignificant, and Adebola Williams is one of the rising, no, not rising, one of the big three influencers we have in Nigeria at the moment, and very soon globally. She has a she has a extensive career in digital marketing, and she's son of the soil. She in fact will be
Or
contesting
maybe
as
Manuela should have
president,
just
as
started.
governor of the state of Lagos
Tolu, can you
in the
keep quiet
coming election.
so that Debola
Can
can?
I introduce Adebola Williams, please, ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation and thunderous round of applause. Let's make welcome to the stage, Adebola Zoe Williams. And just to point it out, the fact that she's also popular also means that um I tap into her popularity because I've been a friend for the past 17 years, and it's just been glorious. But yeah, Adebola Williams, you have the floor.
Please, next time, don't introduce me. I would prefer Manuela to introduce me.
Mm.
I don't think you want to be
Please.
reduced.
I really appreciate that because all these things that you said, I don't know where you got them from. I don't know you. I've not known you for 17 years. You're a stranger. I just met you last night.
This is so funny. Okay.
And here you are claiming that we've known each other for long. You just want to tap into my glory. And that's what Tolu does best. Farms people that are
Hmm.
simply successful.
This one is a Rema.
So,
It's coming directly. Like, see, it's not man that revealed this thing to you.
Okay.
but thank you guys
So
for
this is
having
gonna
me on
be a
your
tough.
podcast. I love the energy here already.
I just
Yeah,
want to say something. Tolu, anytime you speak, I'm going to be timing you. You can't speak for more than 45 seconds.
I don't speak up to 45
And
seconds.
after speaking, you have to wait for at least 2 minutes before you say any other thing again.
Okay. I have ADHD though, so just pointing out there.
Nobody gives a fuck. Who diagnosed you? Who diagnosed you?
You did.
TikTok.
You did.
TikTok.
No, you did. Okay. But yeah, Adebola, how has been your week and month? This is
Fun.
19th.
Mm,
Okay. So how have you been?
I've been all right, chilling, quitting jobs that I started a few weeks ago, that kind of
Hmm.
thing.
Nice.
Thinking about my life, sleeping, lazing about, being unmotivated. It
Hmm.
depends. I've had different kind of days in this November,
Yeah.
but all done I die. So we're
Okay.
good.
That's great. That's great. I've been amazing as well. I got married over the
Nobody
weekend.
cares. Debola, why have
Wow.
you been
Wow.
slacking your job?
I I wanted to say it, but I don't want to be like, I don't know if Sheon is going to listen to this. So I don't want to now, you should not come and say that, oh, Debola said nobody cares about his marriage. That's why I did not say anything.
Wow. Wow. I got married last week. Just putting it out there. So it's been an amazing period.
Nobody cares. The world is still spinning.
But yeah, um, that's how I've been.
Congratulations, by the way. Somebody married you. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I was shocked as well.
Oh
I was,
my
I was,
god.
I was,
Oh
I
my
was
god.
shocked.
See, Debola, you know what? I love you. I want you on this podcast every time.
No,
Call
she's
me
not coming
anytime
next.
there
She's not
is
coming
time
next
for
week.
Tolu
She's not coming
slander.
next week. It's banned. But yeah, something very, something very interesting crossed my mind just as we're preparing for this podcast. So, like during the election, the issue of during the US election, I mean, the have we talked
Yeah,
about
we've
the
not
US
talked
election?
about that.
Ah,
We've
we should talk
actually
about
not
that
talked about
actually.
that.
That's true
Yeah.
because we talked about that a lot before the
Mm,
election. So
yeah.
yeah, do you want to do a 1 minute like
I actually have
touchdown?
nothing to say.
Okay, that's part of
That's
something
what I
to say.
have to
Go
say,
ahead.
that I have nothing to say.
Okay, were you surprised at the result of the election?
Tolu, were you surprised at the results of the
No, I
election?
wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, because like we had this argument,
Oh my
and
god.
I just
Oh my
wanted
god.
to
I made a
bring it
mistake.
out to the
Tolu,
public that
Tolu,
you should make
Tolu,
a
I made
public
a mistake.
apology.
Today I made a
I'll make,
mistake. Tolu, I made a mistake.
okay,
I made a mistake.
so
The mistake is that I said that we should talk about the US elections. We shouldn't talk about that kind of past.
is that the only
It's
mistake
like
you're going
two
to
weeks
acknowledge?
ago. So
Is
like
that the
let's
only
move
mistake you're
on.
going to acknowledge on this call?
Let's move on. 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 That's old topic. Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
That's dead. Yeah.
okay, okay. But curious question to you guys: do you think parents should be responsible for naming their kids, do you think that that responsibility should be on who is going to bear that name? So, like for a long time, I didn't like my name until like maybe 10 years ago. I didn't like how it sounded because also I grew up in Port Harcourt, and so nobody was Tolu me. Nobody had a long name like I did,
Hmm.
and but
Neho
my
Port
parents,
Harcourt. Didn't you have Urobo people there?
As in, with all those names that have like 7 syllables.
well,
Yes.
they were not in my proximity,
Hmm.
Maybe you
but
just did not know their full name.
yeah, it's possible. But like on all my documents, it had Tolu me, and it was just chaotic. Um, and I didn't really like it until I went to Ife. And in Ife, I really liked my name because everybody was Tolu, but nobody around me was Tolu me until I came to Lagos when I started meeting more Tolu animes.
Yeah, I saw a
Um,
Tolu anime recently and I was like, this reminds me of a Tolu. So I guess
yeah,
it's a really nice name.
yeah,
Before
yeah,
you,
yeah, but like,
I had not met any Tolu anime.
yeah, true. And that's what a lot of people say actually. But now there are a lot of Tolu animes that I can think of at the top of my head. But like, should that responsibility be on the parents?
Okay, so what would the child be called before then? We can name children like Elon
Yeah.
Musk,
So
X
no, no.
A
So
one two
For
three.
boy and girl.
the, the way the way we give the way we give um names um databases and stuff, we can put a placeholder name um that can change in the future if the person so agrees. And I think that that can work. So you can be like son of Abiodun, daughter of Abiodun. Do you get my
What
point?
of please don't let me say what I want to say. But but I really think that the parents naming their kids is
Mm.
usually glorified. Most
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah. So that's
name
very selfish too. That's what I
yes,
think.
okay, I get that. I get
Yeah.
that. And you can change your name when you become an adult. Even if they called you son of Abiodun, Abiodun was still not going to stop. Nobody was probably Abiodun where you grew up. You are still Abiodun. It's still different. It's still,
Yeah.
sounds
Surname is kind of
different.
understandable because like there's genealogical reference and like everybody in the
Mm-hmm.
family has been this. But like first name, like I'm going to all my friends are gonna
Please,
call
I'm
me this name
against
that I
that.
never
I'm
liked.
against it, I beg.
Yeah.
So you wanted people to be calling me daughter of Kunu?
No,
What
no,
are the
no.
people
So
that
my
don't like
idea might
their
be stupid,
surname?
but like we might come up with something more creative,
You can
yeah,
you can you
something
can
more
add
generic but creative.
that's the thing. Like
Anyway,
what?
I flow with Adebola. The truth is, like, you can change your name as you get older. So if you don't like your
Yeah.
name, you can always change it. It's
Leave
not a
it.
big deal. Like, we do
Yeah,
need
it's a big
a
deal
unique
actually.
identifier.
So
How is it a big deal?
imagine your mom give you this very storified name, and
Mm-hmm.
Like
you now say, "Oh, I want to change it." She's
Mm-hmm.
going to be emotional having that conversation with your mom.
No.
Yeah.
When I grew
Yes, it
up,
thing
will
that
no,
you
it
be.
change
is
now,
not.
Dano.
On my birth
Wait,
certificate,
Adebola is
on
talking.
my
Adebola is talking. Hold on,
okay.
hold on.
I was saying that something that you will change, Danu Danu. It's not to change your name, but there's not many things that you have or that you've done that your parents don't know about. So you
Exactly.
go, they'll keep calling you Tolu Animi when you get home. The people that need to know what you are called now and the story behind this new name that you've come up with yourself, they call you what you want to be called.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even, I don't even think it's a conversation to have with your parents as
Exactly. Like, I feel like
them. So
Tolu's
I
life, he's
don't,
just so satisfied that he's looking for problems. He's
I
becoming
agree
like
with
all
you.
those white
I
people,
agree.
like, when they don't have problem.
Now
Because
they will not want to create problems for themselves.
Ataya, my original birth certificate did not have Emanuela as a name. I added Emanuela when I was in
This fake
I
ass
think
nigga.
primary five. I added Emanuela
Fake
when
ass
I was
nigga.
in hmm?
You fake. You fake. Nothing about you is real.
I added Emanuela when I was in primary five, and then they added it on my birth certificate. So now my parents also call me Emanuela and reference me as Manuela. But like
So your real name is
originally,
actually Majero.
oh my god, are you dumb? My name is not Majero. I don't know what is wrong with you. That's not my name, and it is. And my first name is still my first name. That's my first name on all my documents.
What's
However,
the first name?
I have
What's the
five
first name?
names. Do you know I have five names? I have a Yoruba
What's your
name. I
first
have
name?
an Edo name. I have
What's your
an
first name?
eh.
What's your first
I
name?
think you're trolling. Please, I don't want to contribute to this conversation because first of all, it shouldn't even be a thing. you have congratulations on your wedding.
Yeah, that's very kind coming from you.
Oh.
All right, you want to lead us to the other parts of this podcast before it becomes more chaotic than it is?
Yeah, so I had a bunch of like Reddit stories that I wanted to read. I know we're not supposed to be doing all those kind of things, but like I had some that I thought
Yeah.
were interesting. And because I felt like our guest today is the best person to address some of these Reddit stories, I want to hear her opinion on them.
Okay.
Um, okay, so this story is kind of long. Oh, hey, Jesus. No, let me not read this one. It's too long. It's very
Okay.
interesting, but it's so long.
If it's context, I think it will help. It's like a 3 minutes read.
It's hard to tell because it's Reddit. Let me just try. Sha. Okay, so this story goes: my little brother is actually my fiance's kid. Wait,
Hmm?
is it not fiance? Fiance. What's the male version?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay. So my fiance and myself have been together since we were 17. So my fiance 25 male and myself 24 female have been together since we were 17 and 17, 18 years old. Hon- Honestly, he was also kind, handsome, funny, and everyone used to say I was so lucky to have the whole package. I felt so lucky too. He always treated me with love and respect, so this makes everything just so shocking for me. I have always had a good relationship with my mom. It has always been her and I against the world. My dad died in an accident when I was little. We always joked we are the real life Rory and Lorela from Gilmore Girls. My mom dated guys on and off, and they were usually cool, but nothing really past the early stages. Around 4 years ago, my mom told me she was pregnant, which was a huge surprise. My mom was around 42 years old, and although she was sort of dating someone recently, I didn't meet the guy but knew she went on dates. It still was a big shock. She never thought she could be pregnant at her age. She had me when she was super young and oopsie. And I can tell she was stressed and worried. I decided to support her since she has always supported me and tried to reassure her. She then had my brother, who is now 3 years old. I have a close relationship with my brother. I have helped take care of him since he was born, and I just love the little guy. My fiance was also always helpful with my brother. We would take him out for ice cream, playground, pool time during summer, etc. But nothing was weird. He was just my then BF spending time with my brother and I. Now, to the how I found out. My fiance and I lived together since we finished college. My fiance was not at home since he was hanging out with friends, but I was home because I didn't feel like going out. I just wanted to chill on my sofa. At some point during binge watching a series on Netflix, my laptop died and I was too lazy to go get my charger. So I just took my fiance's iPad. I know the password, but honestly never used it before. The iPad logged in and I got a bunch of messages pinging. I guess he hadn't used it in a while too. Anyways, this got my attention and I went to check it out. And of course, I found everything my mom's number wasn't under. I found everything. My mom's number wasn't under her name, but I recognized the number and verified it with my phone. She was telling him she felt guilty and that I should know. He said he also felt guilty but couldn't lose me and he fucked it up. She said that it was unfair for my brother to never not know his dad and that if he could leave having his son around not behaving like a dad but a brother in law. I broke down what's the actual F. There weren't a lot of older messages, just some photos stored of my brother as a newborn, my mom pregnant, and more photos of my brother growing up in an album. I couldn't I couldn't anymore. I cried for what it seems ages, and I waited for my BF to come back home. I wish I was one of those women that can pretend and get things together before confronting the cheater, but I can't. He came back later that night around 11:30, and I just gave him the iPad with the conversation opened and saw his face completely go pale. I asked for an explanation when, how, why, and he didn't want to at first, but knew he had to. Apparently, a few years back, while I was traveling with some friends, a girls' trip, my fiance and mom had dinner together. This isn't strange since he has been part of the family for so long. Sometimes mom and fiance would eat together at our place, even if I was busy with sports or out. I did the same with his parents. Somehow, unclear how, since he couldn't explain it well. One thing led to another, and they ended up sleeping together. They felt guilty, but apparently not guilty enough because they slept together 2 or 3 more times. Using the excuse of meeting up to discuss how to tell me. Apparently, when my mom got pregnant, they stopped sleeping together and tried to not tell me since my fiance loved me and couldn't lose me, and my mom didn't want to lose her daughter. So here we are now with two of the most disgusting humans. I obviously broke the engagement, told my mom to never talk to me again, and moved in with a friend. I feel bad for my brother since I really love him, but I can't be around him now. I just can't. I feel like it will remind me of all those times we talked about having kids. I will be his baby mama, only baby mama. We talked about this future since we were 17 years old, so I want to puke every time I think how I was actually taking taking care of his child with someone else while still having those dreams. I wanna puke. So let's talk about that. There's some updates, but let's talk about that before I go into the updates.
That's actually fucking crazy. First off,
Mm.
because
Hmm.
yeah, like I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Yeah, that's actually crazy because like and wicked too of the mother because she obviously is the person that knows um everything, and it's not
He
a case
blames the
where
man too. He knows as well.
Yeah, he knows. Like this is not a child. He's
yeah,
25
of
years
course.
old now, which means he was 22 then. He's not a child. He knew what he was
Ah,
doing.
22.
Yeah, but also at what age did the mother sleep with the guy that
Yeah, the
made
mom was probably like 39 or so. But to be honest,
and she
like
slept with a 19-year-old man?
22, not 19,
It's
please.
22. 3 years ago.
Okay, so
He's
Oh,
I
24
want
now.
to say something here, but I still feel like the mom is more wicked because
of course.
she should have more loyalty to her daughter.
To
Well,
her
Like the
daughter,
man
of
is just a
course.
strange, it's just boyfriend. Boyfriend can be anybody, can be good to you today, bad tomorrow. But like
mhm.
this is my daughter. Like, why am I sleeping with my daughter's boyfriend? Anytime I hear things like that, I always find it so strange. Like,
And
what
jarring,
on
yeah.
earth will make me
You,
or like
you,
me interested in my mom's husband or my mom interested in my boyfriend, like just things like that. It's so weird. Like, don't you even see that person as like family or like an extension? Like, how do those things happen? Like, another thing I want to say is that that people really can't control themselves. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Yeah, crazy actually. Because like, how do you sacrifice? Well, you can argue that you you see your daughter leaving the house and she's not going to be with you again. She's going to go to her husband's house, and so you are trying to like find your love,
Go get
especially because your
another man.
husband is
Is he
dead.
the only one
go and
in
bumble,
the
go on
world?
Hinge, go to the park, go and find it, go somewhere. You is like that Yoruba proverb that say that you never what's that called? When you want to stray your stray, you don't stray it near your family members or
Hmm.
around your people. I think that
Yeah,
the thing people do this type of thing is that when people introduce their partners to their parents, maybe
yeah,
some people do not automatically see that person as part of the family or this
yeah.
is a no-go area.
And you know people say it a lot on Twitter. Yeah,
Yes, like how can it's the same way I can't even like if Emanuela that I don't even know, like
yeah,
was that she's not my close friend, but we know ourselves off Twitter, and I know that she's your friend. If I meet a guy and we are hitting it off, and somewhere along the line it pops up that he has dated Emanuela, I will even feel a little weird about it. That I know
mm,
the person that this
really?
Me, I'm
used to
not
date.
gonna lie, I won't feel it anyway.
As in, are you going to
Serious.
really?
I'm serious. I'm serious. If I know, unless I don't know the person, I can see the person's
Mm,
account and be like, okay, but it's somebody that I know. I've put a face. Me and this person have interacted. And then I
mm,
find that this guy I'm talking to that I like, we
mm,
used to be in a relationship. I'm not saying that maybe they had sex or whatever, whatever. I don't really care. But they actually had a relationship. They had a shared life together.
yeah.
And I know this
But you're a
person.
Christian,
Even
Sha,
though
so I
it's
can
distant to
understand.
me,
Wait,
I will
wait,
still
Like,
eh,
feel like it's not about Christianity.
no, no,
It's
you fear
about
God. Like someone like
it's about
Emanuela now that
fearing
does not
God.
fear God.
It's about Aramima Bumasho. That's the Yoruba of it. My body will just fall.
That's such a Lagos Island girl.
Okay,
My
wait,
body
sorry.
will
I
just
have a
fall.
thing, like, I'm sorry, but me, I just really don't get why people can't be with other people's exes and stuff like. Do you know that everybody you know it, like everybody I know, like
Ex.
in proxy circles, right? We're likely just gonna be dating people that we know. So why
Yeah.
can't I date my friend's ex? Why can't
Uh-uh.
my friend
Oh,
date
you
my
are talking about your
Emanuela, you want to open that kind of worm?
No, honestly, I seriously
what
so I
kind of
won't do it.
friend?
So I won't do it,
Is it
right?
is it like your best friend
Even my
or
best
like a distant
even my
friend?
best friend, let me tell you
Can
the
you
truth,
date
I
your
won't do
best
it
friend?
because I know that people are sensitive to it. So I won't do it. But if my
Oh,
friend
it's not
tells
that you have an issue with it.
yes, I don't. If my friend tells me that they're interested in my ex, go for it. I no longer give a fuck about the guy, or else I will still
Mm,
be with him. So like, go for it.
mm,
If my friend tells me like as far as I'm not with that person anymore, you're free to do whatever. Why would because I dated him in the past? Why would that be the reason why I want to limit your own love? Like, what if
mm.
you guys are meant for
So
each other? Why would I be the enemy to
This is
that?
a good.
so
This is an
no no
interesting perspective.
no. So
Adebola, let's hear
I'm
you.
with, I'm with Emanuela on that. You can date my
Yeah,
ex.
Jesus.
On that part, me, I cannot do it. I can dump somebody today, and then my best friend, maybe Bukumi date my ex. I don't mind because love can really
You
find the
don't mind.
people.
That's
Date
strong.
whoever you want
Okay.
to. I don't mind. I
As
won't
long
be
as I'm
I
no
won't
longer
be like,
into that
Would
guy,
you
exactly.
I
would
don't
you
But
still
want to
I
go
maintain
back.
cannot do it.
would you still maintain a close relationship with Bokumi, for instance?
Yes, now she's not a boyfriend now and we are close.
She
So
exactly. So she's even the one that should feel awkward because like, man, I know everything that is there. Oh.
exactly. So I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I can if a friend comes to meet me like, oh, maybe something ensued between my ex and them. I don't even have any ex. Let the internet know. If you think that I'm your ex, you are just stupid. That's just the
Okay.
so if a friend comes to meet me and say, "Oh, yada yada have happened, oh, me and this person, we don't know how to," I'm like, "Oh, like me, I'm happy for love. I love love. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So far, you know what you are doing." But me, if I'm in this shoe, I first of all, I don't even know how to. Once I know you as somebody that is dating my friend
To
or
be
someone
fair,
that
honestly, like you
I
just
just
turn
kind of
to
block
like
you.
a yeah.
You
I
stick
can't look at you that
to a
way.
bunch of yam.
Exactly. I can't look at you like, "Oh, that's a man. That's a
Mm.
man."
But I
Ooh,
like dating my
man.
ex's friends.
So
Maybe not dating, but like I like their friends. It's just so attractive.
mm,
Yeah. It's just like honestly, me, please don't bring your friend around me, because when we break up, that might be the person I want. So
Wala, wala, wala. And I think it also depends on the friend, like how close we are, and
yeah,
what
to
kind
be fair,
what kind
how close they
of
are really
friendship we are
matters.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are just like a friend of a friend of a friend, I will still feel a type of way about it. I'll probably still talk to that friend that is the closer one to you than I am about it. If I cannot talk to you about it, but maybe I could go for it. But like a close friend, especially if the relationship did not do well, or especially if I know how much my friend loved that guy, maybe he was the one that messed up the relationship, maybe he didn't do right by her or
Yeah,
something.
those kind of things. And to be honest, if he's the one that messed up the relationship, and maybe that was even her most recent ex, and he's into me, not me. Let me not use me because me, I'm a very like lenient person, right? So let me use it happening to me. So let's assume that he's the one that messed up the relationship. I really like him, but things just did not work out, and he now wants to date her, and they are really good together. I would wish them like I wish them best of luck, but maybe we will no longer be as close because it would be awkward for me because obviously I'm still into him. But like
Yeah.
generally, I feel like you shouldn't stop people's love stories from happening
Yeah.
because
I
of
don't think
flimsy things
I
like
don't
you
even feel that.
dated before. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. What if it's a marriage? So what if it's or let's say a baby mama, for instance. What
Mm-hmm.
if I had a baby with someone
Mm-hmm.
and um we've obviously separated, but we have a child together. And everybody knows Busayo. Busayo says that I like this girl and I want to wife her.
Oh, that's messy.
Yeah, so I think that it should happen, no.
Hmm. And you
Yeah,
think I should
because
still be friends with Busayo too?
no, so I think that you don't have to be friends. That's my
But you
own.
will be in each other's life since there's a
Okay.
child involved. One way or the other, you'll be in each other's life.
Yeah, like you don't. Yeah, you can just be like co-parents or whatever, but you don't necessarily have to be friends anymore.
I think that's the extreme left for me.
No, so like the thing is that for me, love is most important. So like, if these two people are
No,
going
so
to,
like respect. I think respect first. And just like
yeah.
respecting
So I
boundaries
no,
in that
I feel
case.
like it's not easy to find like real genuine. I'm not talking of flimsy
Yeah.
dating or whatever, but I feel like if there's a chance for like some quality, long term, real romantic love, I think that they should take a chance at it. It's not
So,
easy to find friends too, but you can have more friends than you can have more romantic partners because
I
most people are
agree.
monogamous anyway. So it's like you can have more friends than more romantic partners. So if you're monogamous, I think that you should take that chance to make it work.
Okay, Adebola, what do you think?
Me, I cannot even have crush on somebody that I know that somebody have date. I think that me, I'm just I
Oh
think
my
that I'm just
god.
at that point where once I know you and I know somebody you've been with, you just automatically become no-go area. And the way that at least I've not lived long in this life, but my 30 years of living, I realized that I don't
You're
fall
30? Damn.
get the fuck. I I don't it's not like I've never really it was when I was much younger that I'll find myself and be like, oh, I think I like this person. I'm very, very aware of how I fall in love. I'm very aware of how I like
Hmm.
somebody. So if what's the word? If you have dated somebody around me, somebody in my whether most inner circle or like the second one, or even the third one, because that's still pretty close to me. If immediately I see you, you are brother Tolu, you are forever. Forever brought Tolu for like how I met Tolu, for example. I met Tolu through Bukumi. And immediately I met Tolu through Bukumi, I know that this is Bukumi's friend. I don't even know who they have dated before, whether they have not dated. I just
Hmm.
automatically, even when I meet friends of friends, I don't automatically see them as potential partners.
Hmm.
Do you
I see.
get?
I think
It's
for me,
just a clear
mine
thing,
is
like
such
this
that
person is.
if you tell
Yeah.
me that you want to be my friend, you're going to be my friend forever. There is no changing it. Like once we've established that we're friends, we're gonna be friends forever. Like don't try to be my friend in order to try to date me. It won't work. Because
Exactly.
once I've boxed you as my friend, that's the end.
That's where
Yeah,
you will
we're
be
gonna be
forever.
friends. Yeah, it's better for you not to be close to me. Just don't be close to me. Don't come near me. When you're ready, you come and you can now make your case
And do
about dating.
romance.
Yeah, but
But
like
if
you
you
can
come
always
and start
change
doing
that now. You can
no,
always like
I'm
you can
telling
change it.
you, no. Once you're my
Really?
friend, there's no dating between both
Yeah,
of us.
there are people like this. Once we are friends, especially women, because women face a lot of this where men approach you from the friendship stance, but what they really want, they've always known what they really want. They want more. They want to be friends, or they want to sleep with you, but they come under the disguise of friendship, and so
Yeah.
they will not be your friend for like 2 months or 3 months. After that, they will not start showing their real intention. That's really,
Mm.
really messy. We are adults here. That's shady. If you want to sleep with me, say you want
Yeah,
to
but
sleep.
like some people are timid
If you
now. They
want
don't
to
want to like they don't want to go and
why
hit
is a
something.
timid man
That
coming to come and talk to me?
Hold
Why
on,
are you
hold on. Some people some people no, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Some people actually um trying to be respectful. Like it's a respectability thing
no.
where like no. So I don't want to come on too forward. I don't want to I'm just meeting you today and I want
What do
to
you
like
mean by
give you
too forward?
I
yeah, because
don't
like
see the
if
question.
the primary intention is just to have sex with you, right, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
and I meet you at the party and I tell you, oh, like you're very attractive, I'd like to take you out and have sex with you, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might come off as too forward, especially in the
This
part
one
of
how you
Nigeria
say
where
it.
we come
Name is
from.
Yes,
game.
but if it
Just say you don't
Yeah,
have
but it
feelings.
depends especially if you don't know this person before
yeah,
in
so let
Lagos,
me
in
so let me
Nigeria, it's going to come off as who the fuck are you? We get it
So
from here.
let me tell you something that is important here. This is good
Mm.
that you are on this podcast so that you will learn because you just marry recently.
No, I'm playing devil's advocate here. This is not me.
So let me explain something, right? If you meet somebody for the very first time and your sexual energy is charged towards that person, you're not really interested in this person. You just find this person extremely attractive. You want to see what is
Yeah,
behind the clothes,
yeah.
right? There's a way to know whether that person thinks of you that way or will be interested in thinking of you that way on that same day, on based
thank
off
you,
of that
Adebola.
interaction.
Is it
There's a
with
way
meta glasses? Are you going to like
oh
scan?
God.
Yeah,
You don't
so
have any sense. There's
I'm actually
based off
funny.
of
I know.
based off of the interaction. And you'll be at a party or you'll be somewhere and you meet somebody and you just see that this person is so attractive, you just don't want to be friends with this person. You may not even really know yet whether you want to off clothes for this person or not, but you know that this person is just really attractive, and that's the only thing you can hold on to. So that person is not my friend. That person is not going to be like, oh, let's read a book tomorrow, or we know what we want to do here. We are adults, and that's what I was saying before. So there's no need to circle back. There's no need to go through a cycle. There's no need for me and you to develop friendship. And then out of the blue, one day you will now come and say, oh, Emanuela, actually, you're just a wonderful person. And I just really think that no, we cannot. Because you should have told me when you came to come and meet me that maybe you had feelings for me. And you cannot even see me today and start building feelings for me. Like, let's be honest. Do you know how many girls have
You
lost a lot
can't
of male
now. Like
friends?
it's not like I want to marry you kind of feeling. It's like
I can't
I
hear
have.
you.
Oh shit!
Okay,
Can you
now.
hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, I'm saying like you can because it's not like a I want to marry you kind of feelings. It's a
Wait,
I
Tolu,
find you attractive and I'm feeling a certain way of being
Tolu,
around you, spending more time with you, and like that
Toluchi, let
that's
me
valid
ask you
and that can
something.
happen.
But that's
That
not
can happen
friendship.
instantly.
Wait, Toluchi,
That's
let me
not
ask you
friendship. That's
something.
friendship.
Have you ever heard of the
That could
word?
be a
Wait,
friendship.
Tolu, can I ask you
Okay, go
something?
ahead. Go ahead,
Have you ever
Emanuela.
heard of the word flirting?
No. Can you
Hmm.
explain to me?
Okay, so yeah, I can't explain to you, but if someone is interested in you in a
Mm,
non-platonic way, they should not come off too strongly, but they should be able to flirt. And by flirting, you can check if that person is feeling you in that way as well. If you're flirting
Yeah.
with me and I'm not flirting back, then you know that you should step back. If I'm flirting back, then I'm encouraging you to continue. And at some
Yeah.
point, then we know that we're not friends. We already know we're
Because
not
you don't
friends.
flirt
We
with
might
your
not.
friend.
Yes, I don't flirt with my friends. Um, so at some point, when you are now like trying to, will I say, so obviously when you're trying to like maybe be more like straightforward or like more open or whatever, or when you're
Is
now
it my
sure
network?
that okay, you want to take this more forward, it's not annoying to me because I could see that coming. Not that
yeah.
you are just from nowhere, you're acting like you're brother Peter in church. The next thing I say, sister. I mean, who are you?
I feel you. Okay. So
Yeah. Do
if
you
I
know how
see you at the
many men
party,
have lost their male friends to this shenanigan of not just knowing what you want and stating clearly what you want from somebody from the scratch?
yeah, but sometimes you don't just know though. You don't just know. Like
Tolu,
you don't want to.
if you meet someone at the party,
Mm,
walk up to
mm.
her, tell her she's pretty, and that you wanna get her number, and you hit her up later. You watch her body
Okay.
language.
Okay.
The
So that
next day,
makes
hit her
that makes
up.
more sense if there's
You watch her
time.
body language. This one is you just come and be distant fast, fine. Woozy.
All
Like
right.
serious
But
woes in sex.
but let's go back to this Reddit story. Do you think if someone comes to you with that kind of situation, should she find a way to go back for her brother because the brother is the
Eh?
innocent party here, brother and
Back where?
son, son-in-law. I mean, what's that? What's it's not son-in-law.
Yeah,
It's to
but she has
be
broken off the engagement now, so it's no longer a thing.
yeah, but like that boy still exists.
Yeah, no,
Is
I
she the
guess
mother?
that's still her brother.
But
Yeah,
she's not the mother. She's just a
Yeah,
sister.
she's just a sister.
it's not just they formed like a really deep bond,
Yes,
like,
but like
and she
so
expressed that.
yeah, so but like it would take time for you to heal and then build like go back to having a relationship with him. But like she needs time to process those
Yes, so
feelings. It's not
she
like
needs
she's his primary caretaker in such a way that he's now suddenly in danger or in lack or something like that.
yeah,
Because you also don't want to take out the anger of like his mother, the anger you feel towards his mother and father and him.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But
all right.
he's going to suffer one way or the other. He's going to
Yeah.
suffer
Anyway,
himself.
and the
He's
cause of his suffering are his parents, not you. So you don't have to inherit their bad
right.
behavior. But so I read the story to the ending, and what ended up happening was that the boy was initially into the mother. In fact, the only reason why he grew close to the
Oh,
girl was because he wanted access to the mother.
oh
Obviously,
God.
over
Oh,
time, he was now really into the girl and not as into the mother. But that curiosity was still there. So, like, when he presented the opportunity, he took it.
Took it. That guy is a fool.
He's a fool. And he was And he was begging her, saying he's the love of her life. I said, love of whose life?
Of whose life?
Oh,
The love of your
that's
life cannot
interesting.
treat you like that, though. The love of your
Said,
life can never treat you
Well,
like
that's actually a very an interesting conversation we should have actually. What do you think of folks who they like your friend? Maybe your friend is more popular
I
and
hate
they
them. I hate
they
them.
can't you never let me land.
I know.
Ah, or let's even use a very more close scenario. Someone is interested in Bukumi, but like they don't really give a fuck about you, Adebola.
Mm.
But like it's
Hmm.
not like you're not bad, but like in their grand aspiration, they want Bukumi,
Yeah.
and they come to you because you are more accessible. You are maybe in their friends circle, and
Mm.
they start getting closer to you, and you guys form some sort of thing. But like as soon as they get the access to Bukumi, they pursue their
Cut you
dream.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you think of those kind of people? Are they too ambitious for your liking or
That's just S2B behavior.
thank
Honestly.
you, thank you,
just
thank
That's
as
you.
to be?
Adebola, thank you. There's some things that guys do, that is just like, in my mind, it's just like, you're immature. That's why you're doing it. Going
same.
after
Mm,
somebody because you're interested in their friend, you're in GSS too. You're a coward, you're a
no,
fool.
just as to be specific.
Then another thing is negging. Guys that like you and then start like trying to bring you down or saying, this is your color self today, all those type of things. Like, are
Yeah,
you are
that's
you a
actually
retard? Sorry, I heard that retard is
no,
Yeah.
there's
it's a
nobody to
slur. It's
cancel
a
me, but like,
slur.
yeah, like I didn't mean
Well,
to use it in
maybe
that
people
way.
should stop being those that slow. People should stop being like that.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
the woke
So
mind virus
anyway,
has
they should stop
consumed
being
us.
stupid. Like all those kind of things, or like you meet a girl today and then you're being overly sexual. Like what the fuck? Like
Like I
what are
just
we?
met you.
Like what are you talking about? You're just
Yeah.
saying you want to do this. You want to like.
Wanna.
Are you starved?
You all
Are
right?
you what the fuck? So
Okay.
yeah,
Let's
there's
let's
some things
let's
that
take this.
guys do that is just like
Yeah.
you just know
Let's
that that
let's
person is super immature.
Yeah.
yeah.
They did
Since
not
since
go.
yeah. Sorry, my ADHD is taking the best of me. Um, but like since we have two um dating experts on the call on the pod to this week, what
That's
would
you
you
and
say?
Debola, right?
It has to be you and him.
No, it can't be me
What
because
would you say,
I'm a
guys? Oh,
colossal failure when it comes to dating. So
okay. What would you say is the top 5 commandments that guys should have when trying to woo a babe in Lagos?
act
Let's
like
be
you've been here
specific.
before.
Okay. Rule number one: act like you've been here before. Do you want to double click on that?
I don't know. Some guys they just do like they've never seen.
Yash
They've
before.
I like they just act so either
As
they
Not
are
seen
in,
fine babe
overly
before your life.
excited or like everything you do is just affecting them. Like what the fuck? Like just behave like you've met a babe before. Like what the fuck?
Okay. Like hold your composure, stand your
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
Like
also,
have some reason. Okay.
number
Adebola, do you want to go for? Yeah.
commandment on that. Ask the girls that you like out, please. Don't come and change me. I'm ready the way that I am. Don't
Right.
Hmm.
That
and
Double
come and
snap
that's
for
change
that.
so
the way. But I love women that you already see my hair. Somebody will see my hair like this on Instagram. Everybody knows that this is my hair. You will not come and meet me that you like me and everything, that let's take you out. You will not come and say, oh, when am I going to do my hair? When am I going to wear
Yeah,
wig?
but sometimes it's gonna be condition. Like some
If
people.
you are conditioned, don't come and meet me. That's
No, no,
another.
no, no, no. Some people actually like maintain a certain lifestyle based off the condition they're in, and I mean babes now. So, like for instance, babe,
Be careful, oh, Tolu. Be very careful.
I'm always going to play those advocate here because I'm going to support the Lagos men. Um, let's say for instance, the babe is like in an environment that makes her speak pidgin all the time. But like this guy really likes her, but like the guy.
Want somebody that
then
speaks
you
English.
don't really
Go and
like
talk to
her.
somebody
So
that
so
speaks
let
No,
me
no, no.
tell you
English.
Like
something.
the guy likes a
No,
lot
no,
of
he
things about
doesn't
her,
like
and you
her.
and you
He
can't like
no
him. You like
wait, Tolu.
okay,
He
continue.
doesn't like her. He likes an idea of her. because who
No, it's
she
not an
is a
idea.
babe
It's
that
not an
speaks
idea.
pidgin.
It's who she like. That's why I said something very flimsy like English speaking. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
that's
It's
what
not.
I'm saying. Who she is a babe that speaks pidgin. So if you
If you do
desire
not
a,
like
if
it,
like if you like her but you want her to be speaking
So
less
are we?
pidgin,
Are
that's
we?
not liking
Are
her.
we?
That's
Are they,
liking a version of her that speaks less
in your
pidgin, and
head,
that's not who she is.
okay. Are they,
exactly.
are we saying that partners should not be interested in
Don't say
improving the
better. Don't say
version of
improvement.
the
That's
person they've met?
I hate that statement because that's not what this is about. What
No,
is
Yeah.
the
no, no,
meaning
no,
of
no, no. So that's
improvement?
what I'm trying to get at. Like,
That's
if
No,
you
what
say
you're
no, no,
getting
no,
at.
Tolu, it's not the
You're
same
asking
thing.
me to change who I am.
no, no,
Improvement is
Yeah.
not change. If I speak, take for example, look at how I speak. I
mm-hmm.
speak the way that I speak. I put Yoruba in how I
Your
speak.
no, no,
This is
your
how
diction is your diction is really good. You speak
I
really well.
I'm even talking about how I use my Yoruba, my English. When
Okay,
I
okay.
speak, I mix it together. That's how I better express myself because those
Mm-hmm.
two languages was how I was raised.
Yeah.
And I love both languages. The reason I put Yoruba into English is because sometimes I don't know enough English words. So they
Mm,
cannot make sense to me. So let's not
yeah.
assume that one Harvard boy now. I be one boy from Colombia. You now find me, my Instagram page. You have watched my videos. It's like, oh, this guy is so cool, yada yada yada. But you've
Yeah.
seen how I speak. You
Mm-hmm.
come into DM, you're like, oh, we start talking, we hit it off, and then you now start saying that I can you speak less Yoruba? Like I will slap you. I will slap
Mm, okay.
because you're not trying to improve me. You're trying to you have a picture of who your babe should be in
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
your and then you're not trying to mold me.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to slim fit me into
Molds you.
yes,
So
yes.
like,
Yes,
So let me
because
let
if
me
it is
let
that
me
I'm not
also add
speaking with
something.
better English or better Yoruba now, you can say
Yeah.
okay.
improve.
I
So but
totally
again,
agree with Debo.
Bonnie, you can say improve. But I'm not doing that. I'm speaking well. I understand
Yeah.
my tenses. Yoruba that I'm speaking is clean. The English that I'm speaking is clean. But you want me to speak less Yoruba because that is your own standard. Go and meet
Yeah.
me
Oh
from
yeah,
Stanford.
Emanuela, you were going to say something.
Yeah, so I totally agree with Debola. Like, you have to understand the difference between changing somebody and improving somebody. So
Hmm.
now, this guy that is like a Harvard, whatever, whatever, is someone who, like this scenario that we painted, this guy, what he actually wants, the person he actually wants to date is a babe who speaks like English or blah, 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 blah. Now,
Mm-hmm.
he needs her to be that person in order for her to date her. Improving someone is something that comes inherently from them. So let's say Debola is like, oh, I want to speak more English, but I grew up in the village and I just came to Lagos
Yeah.
1 year
Decided
ago.
cool.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't speak all right. No, this is just an example. I'm just giving an example. So this is why
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
speak in like full English or something. And then the guy's like, okay, let's get you into like an English speaking school, blah blah blah. That's an
Yeah.
improvement. That's different because this is what this person wants for themselves, not
Hmm.
what you
Yeah.
want for them. What you want for them is you changing them. Improvement is like
Yeah.
what they want for themselves. I want to be better. I want to be more patient. I want to be blah blah. All those things is coming
Hmm.
Yeah.
inherently from me, and you're supporting me to get to that place. Any other
Yeah.
thing is a
Yeah.
different thing. I also wanted to
Every
say
other person
something.
is molding and changing to your tastes. And that's why I said that you should date the people that you like. Date the people
Mm-hmm.
that fit your spec or lack of spec or whatever it
Okay.
is.
I think that's
Yeah,
super
I
clear.
also think that there's also something different. Where, so for instance, there was someone I was dating, and the person in the beginning they were like, "Oh no, you can be free, you can do whatever you want." So the person knew that I had a lot of like, I used to go out on a lot of dates, I used to go out clubbing, whatever, all those sort of things, right? And he was
Yeah.
fine with it because probably he was doing the same thing as well. And then at some point, I think that his feelings got maybe more serious. And then he just realized that. So sometimes when I wear certain things, he'll just be like, please, can you not dress like that? I'm like, just like
Hey,
how? Who are
baby.
you? Didn't you
Is that
meet me before you came?
hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, so it's just
So
things like that as well.
so let's Adebola, I don't know if I can cite this example, but Adebola, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Yeah. The conversation we're having on the group with our mutual friends babe
Yeah.
that is a content creator,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I want
Mm-hmm.
to use this your commandment now for that example.
Yeah.
What would you have Jerry do in that case? So oh fuck, I've already said his name. But like what would you have Jerry do in that case?
He already knows that he has a bias against content creators.
Mm-hmm.
So when you now start, you don't even catch feeling for content creator. I feel like if you have a bias against a certain kind of people, right? I feel like you should avoid them on a romantic level. You should only interact with them when you have to interact with them because it's a more controlled environment. You
Yeah,
cannot tell me,
but like
wait,
you can argue. Okay, funny, finish.
you cannot tell me that you have a bias against dating content creators because you can state your reasons, right? And they may be reasonable or they may not be reasonable. It's just what you think because it's bias. Sometimes it's not reasonable. It's just your opinion.
Yeah.
You have a bias against content creators. I do not think that you should actively go and date a content creator. You can have
Mm-hmm.
a situationship with a content creator. You can have whatever with a content creator, but that kind of girl should not even make up your list of your MVPs, of the girls that you're interested in, or the girls that you want to
Sure.
date, the girls that
Sure.
you want to marry, because you have an obvious bias against them.
Okay.
And that's why I was saying that men should stay where they are, what you want is where you should go. Men always act like they are confused, which is a lie because they know what they are doing. If you already know that I like my girl to be this way, I like my girl, and that thing is important to you. This is not a matter of something that you can do without or something that they're not pressing issues for you. Some people want their women to really speak well, to speak like Osas. But Osas grew up in the US. I did not grow up in the US. I've never, they even said I've never traveled before. So where am I going to get Osa's accent from? Or where am I going to start speaking like her from? I've been in Lagos all my life. That's why I sound like this. Maybe when I start traveling, I will sound different. I don't know. You get my point. So if that kind of guy already wants someone that speaks well or speaks English in a certain level, comes to come and it's important for him. Maybe he's a public speaker. Maybe he's a power person and is looking for another power girl so that they will become a power couple. Maybe that's the vibe they are looking for. I'm not that person for you. It doesn't mean that I'm not a great partner. It doesn't mean that another person is not
Mm.
going to see me and be like, oh, I have found everything in heaven and earth. But for you, speaking English in a certain way, commanding an aura of, oh, this person is so sophisticated is important to you. That's not me. You will make a mistake to come and meet me and say, I'm Debola can be you.
Did we stop
I'm not a
hearing Adebola?
project. What happens to my network? Can you guys hear me
Okay.
now? Can you
Yeah,
guys
it
hear me?
flicked for a bit, but like we're good. Yeah, we're back.
Like, don't pick me up as your project. I'm your partner in life. I'm your girlfriend. I'm your wife. I'm your whatever. Don't
Yeah,
don't,
but
don't
like we're projects for each other. We're supposed to like work on each other to become this version of ourselves that we can
but
both love better.
like Emanuela said, is what I want, what I see as a point of improvement that you should see with me as a point of improvement, especially on things like this. We're not talking
Yeah,
about happy.
but
We're
like
not
isn't
talking
that
about
very individualistic and like selfish? So like
no,
if
it's
I don't
not.
want to improve, so let's take for instance, there's actually like a fundamental that's again people talk about like tolerating and each other and all of that shit. Especially in relationships. Should I now say that, oh, because I don't find this as an issue, my husband should also not find, oh, sorry, my boyfriend should also not find it as an issue? Like,
No.
say I
So
get angry too quickly.
that's the thing. What you are using as an example is a fundamentally is something that can
Yeah, but I
ruin.
can expand what you just said to fundamentals as well, and that's what I'm trying to say.
So
Yeah,
for
so Tolu, that's
fundamentals,
the
for
thing. The
example,
thing is that,
Wait,
sorry, so
wait,
the
hold
thing
on,
is that
Emmanuel. Let Adebola finish, please. Adebola, let Adebola finish, please, please, please.
why are you not screaming?
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off because I wanted you to land with your thoughts.
So what I'm saying is that for fundamental things, things that are essentially habits, behavior,
Yeah,
something that makes or mar a person, and
yeah,
then in extension, it will make or mar your relationship. Like
yeah.
anger, for example.
Mm,
If you get angry all the time and you're always upset and you throw tantrums and you do all of those things,
yeah.
inherently that is not a good place to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know it, your partner knows it. You
Yeah.
can create a system, you can create a process to work through that, to be better, to control your emotions better, to
Yeah,
when
but
you're that's
like
not
I can argue that I've lived like that all the while and I've been
yes,
fine. I've had friendships and my
of
friendships have
course.
been able to
And then
manage
my
me.
question to you will now be that so nobody in your 30 years of living has ever told you that this is a problem interacting with you.
People
That's
find
going
it
to be
as
my
a
next
problem, but
question.
I don't find it as a problem.
So, and then that's why conversations are important in a relationship. When
Mm,
your partner tells you that this particular behavior of yours or this particular repetitive behavior of yours is a problem, they're not telling, that's like saying it in corporate form. But when they are having that conversation with you, they're showing you how it's a problem. I don't like the way
okay.
you speak. to me. You speak to me like I am this, like I'm that, like I'm that. Anytime you say something like this is what I hear. It's how you have the conversation. You need to let the person know because you are right. This person may have lived like this for 30 something years, and
Mm-hmm.
now you demand sort of you are putting an expectation of a better behavior, a better standard on
Yeah.
them. So it's true. I get that. But it's the way you communicate it that this particular thing affects our relationship, affects my interaction with you negatively.
Okay. So
Once
let's
you're
go.
that
Let's take it back to Emanuela and what she was
Sorry,
wearing that day.
sorry. I want to say something. I want to say something. So the thing is
Okay.
that,
Okay. Yeah.
like, so that's you can't actually change anybody. Let's assume someone has an anger issue. You can't actually change them, right? That's why I said that improvement comes from the person themselves. So you can say you have anger issues and like it's a big deal for me. The person can decide that I want to change my anger issues and be open to you sending resources to them or helping them get through it. Or they can say, well, I've been like this all my life and there's no problem with it. You have the agency to leave that person alone. You must not be with that person. That person has anger
yeah,
issues. You can't deal with it. You can't leave them alone. It's not by
Yeah.
force.
yeah.
So, because you can't actually
Of
change
course.
anybody. So it has to be a choice from the
If they
person
don't want to
themselves that they would want
change.
to
Yeah.
work on whatever it is.
Yeah. But like taking you by your words now. So I have gotten to this point where I have to bring it up. Emanuela, the way I met you, you were clubbing, you were going out, you were wearing nice stuff. But now that we are at this point where we're having this conversation, I don't feel comfortable with you going out clubbing. I don't feel comfortable with you wearing this nice stuff. I want you to wear ugly as shit. And if you don't wear ugly as shit, I'm going to leave.
Bye.
Yeah, but like that is always going to be the case. Don't you think so? Because that can actually then
No,
extend
that's not.
to
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay, okay. Yeah. Third commandment. Let's leave this one first. Third
Okay, so
commandment.
the third commandment. Can you guys hear me clearly? Sorry, I'm ruffling a
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
whispering, but we can manage.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me better? I'm
No,
trying
because the
not to
mic is dead,
shout.
but go ahead. Your mic
Eh?
is
Eh?
dead, actually.
My mic is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Are you sure?
Yeah, because there's echo on your mic. So, but you just go ahead, we'll manage.
Okay. What I wanted to say was that I feel like I mean the third commandment is about this thing, communication. Please, as a guy, if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to say what's on your mind, if you don't know how to say how it's doing you, if you cannot resolve conflicts by communicating, please exit the dating market. Go and look
Okay.
for mind readers. Like nobody is about to sit to imagine what you're thinking about, to know why you're angry, to know
Mm,
that you expected X and Y. Like if you can't communicate, just fuck off.
Okay.
I agree with that. I agree with that rule. Like, you should even be moved to number one.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree as well. But like, let's even do a comparison between the babes and the guys. Who do you think does the mind reading most?
Between the babes and the guys, like, generally, yeah.
Yeah, generally.
Mm, I don't know.
Yeah, I think guys do a lot more mind reading on babes.
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
I
know.
think I think
Okay,
because men
explain
are
what you
very
mean.
audacious generally. I think generally because men are audacious and they say stupid shits sometimes. So they're quick to say what's on their mind and get on with it without like caring about the consequence. M- But again, we can't even call that communication to be honest. But like in terms of like mind reading, I was just trying to like do a quick comparison.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I feel like a woman can. I feel like a woman can tell a man exactly how she feels about stuff or
yeah, I
about
feel like
him.
so the thing is
A
that I feel like
woman,
women are more vulnerable or like I'm
Yeah,
more
of
yeah.
open
course.
to vulnerability. Like men are always like trying to play games. They want to know how you feel first, like all those kind of things. Like you're not going to
Ha
get
ha ha ha
anything
ha
that
ha.
way. You're not going to
Yeah,
get
though.
anything that way if you're not going to like be open to talk about like your feelings, your this, your that. Like how are you supposed to build an intimate relationship if you're going to be keeping everything in your chest? If you're going to be keeping your cards to your chest. Like, how do you expect a babe to be vulnerable with you when you don't want to be vulnerable with her? How does that like close, intimate, lovely relationship come about when like you're always like kissing things two times? Like, I don't know if you get what I mean. So generally,
Yeah, yeah,
Sha,
yeah.
I'm sick of all those type of men. Like, I never ever want to meet any man like that. If once you just notice you are like that, I just mark you as unserious, a big fool. I have to remove you out of my
Mm,
vicinity.
okay. All right. Commandment number 4.
You guys are, let me tell you, this I hope that the thing we've recorded stored, Sha, because I added my headphone and apparently it stopped the recording and restarted it. So I just hope that what we recorded before recorded.
Jesus, are you whining?
No, I'm serious.
Hey, Adebola, are you hearing what I'm hearing?
Oh
Well,
God.
it's still showing recording here, Sha, but no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we have to talk about?
No, 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 commandment 4. You have
Okay,
commandment 4,
commandment
so
four.
give me
Oh,
commandment 4.
okay.
Number
Um,
4.
That Adebola wants to go.
Now I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking.
Okay.
yeah. What's the first thing?
So it means guys have been doing superbly well
No, no,
in the
no. Have
dating
we
scene.
talked? Wait, please. Have we talked about over sexualization?
Yes.
Are you sure? What
You
was
added it to the second commandment.
Yeah,
no? The first one was act like
we
you've been
talked
here
about it in
before. The second one was what was the second one again? The second one was like go after girls that you like. The third one was the communication bit. The fourth one, please, I like honestly, this thing is such a big thing. Men do not know how to flirt. Men think that flirting is telling you sexual things. I need those men to exit the dating scene. Like you just started
Mm.
texting me today, and then you start saying, "Oh, if I catch you on my bed, I will lick you like this. I will do." Like, are you well? Did I
Do
know you
guys
before
really say that
yesterday?
like in real life,
Yes,
or is it just
Yes.
a Twitter thing?
yes, yes. Like they just over sexual. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are you doing this? Like,
Mm.
I don't know you before yesterday. We've never communicated for it. Why are you just jumping from like even if you want to sleep with me, like accord me some type of pretend. I don't know, act like I don't know, just something like learn how to flirt. A lot of men do not know how to flirt. That's why, like to me, half of the journey of anybody getting close to me is just is just knowing how to flirt. Because like it's so rare that to find men that actually know how to tease you lightly, how to like play, how to go like a back and forth, how to have like a good conversation that
Yes.
makes
What
you
happened
want
to
to have
flirting
exactly that makes you want to have a conversation with them the next day
sexually?
or something like that. Like that makes you want to hang out with them. Like there's just not a lot of people like that. There's just not a lot of men that know how to flirt, and I don't know why. I don't
Yeah.
know if it is
It's
like I don't know what's dating culture because like when I was younger, I did meet a lot of men that knew how to flirt, and like I'm older now, and I don't know if it's the same men or this, and they've all forgotten how to flirt.
Maybe you just got smarter and wiser. Maybe the same
No,
men, but
I
you're
also
feel
you're not you're not.
yeah. I
no,
also
I
feel like
still
we also grow. I think at different points, what flirting is with different people are
might
different.
change,
I
Yeah,
Abby.
think
for
Okay.
sure.
that yeah, I think that growth also matters in what you think flirting is. But the
Yeah,
baseline still remains that flirting doesn't have to be sexual at all. And a
of
lot of men
Yes,
course.
don't know that.
And
A
it
lot
doesn't
of
have to be monetary too.
it doesn't have to be money based too.
it
Like
should
talk
be
Yeah.
to me. Flirting is
monetary.
like money is
Please
our
send me
mind.
flower.
Emanuela.
Send
Let's say it
me
should be monetary.
flower. Send me a bunch. Send me a bouquet. That's how I know they are serious.
Yeah, do cute stuff. You can do cute stuff
Yeah,
and
but
flirt.
bouquet is not expensive, is it?
Eh?
In
Okay,
Lagos, it
okay.
is. Yeah, in
And
London, that's
it's
why.
because he's not bought flowers in Lagos before. That's why he's
Yeah,
saying what he's saying.
I bought flowers in Lagos last year.
and he bought it for
And do
three
you know what
fifty
flower
k.
in Lagos is now?
I
He
bought it
bought it
for like
expensive.
120K. It was not a lot of money, but it was more expensive
Was it?
than UK for
But was
sure.
it roses? Was it roses?
Yeah. So it's
Mm,
How
about
good was it?
so it's
that's
a so it's
How
a
many
long
stems?
bunch of losers. Yeah. But yeah, that's
that's
fine.
actually good.
Do you want to give the fifth one? Do you want to do the fifth one? Then we'll wrap up.
Maybe Debola should do it.
Debola, do you
Okay.
have a fifth commandment?
Fifth commandment. Yes. Men. We are talking directly to men, right?
Yep. Yep.
So fifth commandment, right, is um don't make a girl feel like she's too much.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right. Don't make a girl feel like she's too much. So
That's contradictory though. Go ahead.
so for someone that is I've discovered that one of the major issues why women don't usually, say their mind sometimes, or why they try to act a certain way sometimes, is because they feel like I don't want this guy to think that I'm too clingy. I don't
Yeah,
want this
so
guy to
so
think that I'm needy. He
yes, Debola, I totally
might
agree with you.
paraphrase well.
I think men do not create safe spaces for women to be
Yeah,
themselves, and
yeah.
so in fact,
I think that
generally,
should
I
be the
think yeah. So I
create a
think
safe space for your babe, for your girlfriend.
so.
Yeah.
Let me
Right.
confess something. I actually have like a guilty pleasure, and that guilty pleasure is like a relationship podcast. So I was. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, but you're whispering. But go ahead.
I'm not whispering. I swear. Like I feel like I'm even being very loud.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. But we think you're whispering. But go ahead.
Okay, so I am just so there was something on the podcast where they were talking about like if you don't want games, don't play games because like when you play games, you're gonna trigger the other person to play games, and this goes back to what I was saying about vulnerability. So there are things that men do sometimes that make women not want to fully express themselves. So one some of it is like let's say if somebody expresses themselves the first time, how you react makes them like it sort of like teaches them. It's like fish, right? When you get fish from the, my mom always said that it's fishes that taught people how to bend them in order to smoke them. That's the way she says it. So it's like you're training the person. So like you do something and the woman expresses herself and you just blow it out of proportion. Next time she doesn't want to express herself again in that way because she doesn't want you to feel like she's doing too much. She doesn't want to be a lot to you. Or let's say she expresses that she loves you and you just laugh. And you know you're feeling it too, but you do not say anything because you're a big fool. You just laugh. Is she going to tell you the next time that she's this thing? Or maybe she calls you to
Yeah,
talk
true.
and then you now say that, sorry, can I call you back? And you never call back. Then
Mm,
later you now feel like, oh, this babe, she never even reaches out. Why would she reach out when the first time she tried to do it, you just acted a fool? So it's
mm,
like all these things, like
yeah,
you have to understand your reaction, especially in the very early stages when you're still building that connection. You must know how to be
of
a safe
course.
space for love to thrive, or else you and your
Yeah,
girlfriend and your baby boo will never go anywhere.
yeah. You guys have been so much you've been of so much value to us today. You've lectured us on the tenets of building and building romantic relationships in Lagos. Um, you guys are very experienced. You have vast knowledge on this
Shut up,
topic,
yeah, it's
of
full.
course. And
Yeah, it's full.
I'm super glad that we are able to have this conversation. But before we go, um, Adebola, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Before we go, Adebola, what are your thoughts on? Let's just do a quick 2 minutes each on this trending topic: ATM versus POS terminals. What are your thoughts on all of that buhaha? Do you think the Nigeria we have today is such that needs, because cash is king, obviously, a lot of our
Yeah.
transactions still happen on cash. Do
Yeah.
you think ATM, as it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago, served the needs of Nigerians? Do you think we need those queues back? Or do you think we can buy that time that we would spend queuing in banking halls and going to the ATM machines, we can buy those that time with money? Or do you think it is actually ridiculous that we are buying our cash, our own money for money? Some people are saying they are paying 5,000 naira to withdraw 150K or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't think it's plenty money to withdraw 150K. But what are your thoughts on it? Go ahead.
So I think that redundancy is one of our major problems in this country is redundancy. When we create systems, when we come up with something, we have no sustainability plan. We get off on something and then we are excited about it, and then we useless it at the end of the day. That's what ATMs have become. Even I live in Surulere, I don't usually need as much cash. I just need cash maybe once in a while. And I haven't used an ATM. I don't think I've used an ATM in the past 1.5 years. Most of the shops where I buy stuff take card, and if I want cash, I'm telling you, POS people are like Redeem Church. Every five step like this, they are there. The closest ATM to my house right now is I have to take a cab there, and I live in Surulere. So imagine other people that are not living anywhere related close to a bank. So ATMs have become very redundant to me. There's nothing that money that I will use to enter Uber, or there's no bike again in Lagos. So I can't be like, I'm just gonna bike it to go to Adeniran.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to take Uber. Well, I'll have to take Napep and charter Napep. That 2,000, that 3,000, I will pay the POS person and just collect money downstairs right now,
Mm-hmm.
right away.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
POS have made ATMs redundant. And the reason it's one of the reasons that it became very easy to do that is because sometimes you go to ATMs to get money and there's no money there. It's not working. Do you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
POS people,
Exactly.
they always have money. If they don't have
Yeah.
money, the next person that is down, that is after
Yeah.
them,
There's so many of them.
will
Yeah.
be out.
Exactly.
Like they've solved the supply problem. You are now
Yeah.
crying to me that I'm not coming to ATM. I cannot go there. My bank
Of
self is
course.
even very far away, from
Yeah.
here. So accessibility. The only thing about POS that stressed me is safety. Like maybe like in the night, thereabouts, you're somewhere, you need cash. But guess what? The ATM booths in the night are not safe either. People
Yeah.
have been
Sure.
robbed. ATM
Yeah.
booths
Of course.
at
Of
night
course.
here in Siliwe, even in Lekki and VI. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nobody is promising me more safety. At least with another human being, I can even still feel safe that
Yeah.
I'm talking to another person, it's not a machine. I'm not by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry that this is the Nigeria that we are in. I'm sorry that we are using money to buy our money, but ATMs are not readily available. They don't always work.
Yeah.
If there are 19 booths in a bank, it can be only two that is working. I'm queuing up in this hot country. I'm
Mm-hmm.
stressed. There's no
Mm-hmm.
need. Doesn't make any sense to me. The
Yeah.
way people even we forget that POS people even try because of community.
Yeah.
Like
Of course. Yeah.
the
Of
the
course.
woman, the POS
Like
woman downstairs, I have a WhatsApp number. I can just tell her now,
exactly.
I
Same.
need
Same as me when I was in Lagos. Yeah.
I need this cash. I will send to her a money point, and
Yeah.
then I'll just with the charges on it, and then
Yeah.
when I'm just
And even
going,
how they even get their cash because they
yeah,
they have they have like really close relationship with other supermarket filling station guys. So they buy
yeah.
cash from the filling station and supermarkets and all those people that do cash transactions, and they use the cash for their operations.
Yeah, I'm sorry for ATMs, though, but POS have become the masters of personal banking. I can do anything I want with POS people around my house. It's only when I'm far away from home that I might think, oh, let me use an ATM. But most times, 98% of the time as well, I'd use
Yeah.
a POS. Yeah.
Thank you
So
very much.
As for me,
Emanuela, what are your thoughts?
I don't believe in POSs. If you can't receive a transfer or card payment, I can't buy anything from you.
Okay. Why do you think that?
No, I'm just saying it's a personal thing. Like, I don't have time to be getting cash.
Does that
So if
does
you
that
don't
does that
have,
apply also when you're in the US?
yeah, I don't use cash in the US. I pay for everything with like cards or my
Your
Apple
card.
Pay. Yeah, or Apple Pay.
Yeah.
So almost
Okay.
everything has Apple Pay, like even the bus ticket, everything has Apple Pay. I don't want to see cash, so I don't
Okay.
get cash. Anybody else that is only taking cash, I'm not for them.
Is this based off your comfort? Like, is this like a philosophy kind of thing? Is it like capitalist mindset or is it like a socialist mindset? Is it like, or is this just your like my comfort? I don't fucking care about anything.
So the first one, I want to say that you're full of shit and you just say rubbish.
I swear I started with an intention in mind, but it didn't go as planned.
land well.
Okay. But secondly, yeah, like to me, cashless policy, there's no reason why you can't get a bank account. Like everybody should have a bank account that they can receive payments from. So like I'm not interested in withdrawing cash. I'm just not interested in all those things.
Yeah, yeah, but like my what I was trying to say earlier is like um if you go with this conversation on a capitalist conversation, you would be favoring the gains of the banks, and obviously the banks are the
I
big
I
corporations,
honestly don't
and
care.
the
This is just personal. I don't want cash. Like I don't want to deal with anybody who needs cash. It's an added extra layer of inconvenience to me. I don't want to deal with it.
okay,
So like if I'm going to buy
okay,
something, I only go to people that are going to have like POSs, transfers, all this. Even my suya guy, the guy I like buying suya from currently, he collects
yeah, but
transfers
like what do you think, what do you think has made transfers as
because
a
transfers are lightning fast in Nigeria. So
they've been lightning fast since 2003. What
yeah,
has now made them
Yeah,
more
yeah.
acceptable
yeah, it's
in
because
the
people
last
can
few years?
confirm it. It's because people can confirm it. Like people can confirm it. There's more mobile
No, but
device.
also because
No,
ATMs
no.
are dying. It's because
Yes.
obviously ATMs are dying. It's incredibly harder for you to get cash from the
And
ATM than for you
whether we
to.
like it or not, more of these business owners are now they have accounts
Exactly,
to
exactly. And
clean.
even if they don't have an account number, the person that is sharing shop with them does POS, and so you can
Yes.
transfer to
Yeah.
that person
To that
who they know.
yes.
Back to Debola's point on community, and I think for the greater good of having transactions go seamlessly and more fluid in Nigeria, we can't take out the fact that POS is doing, especially in the last 4 5 years, has done an incredibly good thing for us. OPay is
By
running
POS, you
one of
mean
the biggest.
agency banking, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So the two ends of it, in inflows and outflows. And like OPay, Money Points, or Kudi and Paga and all of them have done an incredible job in just spreading our network so deep into like our communities that it makes a lot of sense for anybody who is running a business today. Um, so just open a bank account and have an account number that receives transactions. And so, and like I can get why people will be pissed and angry. And again, drives me to my point on Lagos elites
Wait,
and
sorry.
them finding.
Sorry. I just want to make something clear. I don't care about ATMs either. Like, I'm not looking for ATMs to open because my point is I don't want cash. I don't want to
your
ever
own
have to
your
deal
own
with cash.
Your own problem is similar to mine actually, because I don't care for cash actually, but like I want to be able to pay. Whether you're going to give me cash, whether I don't want to have to think about how to. If I have money, I want to. Even with international payment, I think it's so much broken that there needs to be a quick fix for it, because we need to be able to make payments to whichever country in the world that is possible. Someone
Yeah.
in America has a Zelle account, and I cannot send me pounds just easily. He has to do conversion to PayPal, do conversion to USDT, and now send it to Revolut. It's just a long
They should
process.
download
And
Gray. If they have Gray, they can pay you.
okay, no free ad, no free ad. Thank you. Um,
I just want to say, Femi, please send me my influencer coins so you can see.
yeah, but like that's my own problem. Back to the Lagos elites. Lagos elites find something uncomfortable and inconvenient, and they proscribe the entire concept of it. Same thing that happened with Okada. I think Okada had its value for our communities, but transportation into the deep ends, we have not recovered completely um from the outset of Okada from our roads. I
I
understand
feel
the
like there's
problem
still
with
Okadas in
Okada,
those places that need Okadas. Are they not?
like where.
Like I don't know, like all those communities where they need like motorcycles. I feel like the Okadas still operate in Lagos here.
Eh, I've not seen Okada in a minute, sure.
Yeah,
But
because
Yeah,
you
me
don't go
too.
to
if
those places. Like I'm pretty sure that there are
again,
places that still have it.
I'm a Lagos elite. I don't want them in my area. But like again, I think it's the same thing with ATM and POS terminals. POS terminals, of course, does not help the Lagos big girl in Lekki Phase One, because she has access to POS machines just in front of her house. And so the only time that she has to withdraw from a POS machine and she's being charged 5,000 naira, she's parrying and she's screaming for the for the ban of PS terminals, which does not make sense. And we should, as a community, ban Lagos elites and the bougies of Ikoyi and proscribe them from our communities because they've done more harm than good for the prosperity of Lagos State. And that's where I'm going to end this conversation. Thank you again,
Yeah. Okay. So
Emanuela.
before we go, I wanted us to talk briefly about like Olumide Soyinka's new startup. He just announced the
Did he
startup
pay you?
today.
Did he pay you? Did he pay
No,
you for
As
this
in, at
ad?
this point, he reached to ask you.
As in, did he pay you for this ad?
wait, please.
Is he an investor in your company?
Oh my God.
Tell us now so that we can talk well.
I don't think his startup is great, by the way,
Yeah.
because he
So
didn't invest in
it's
my company.
okay. So first of all, what I
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
wait,
kidding. Please.
please let me say what I want to say. I've not forgotten the name of the startup all of a sudden. I know it's a four-letter word. But what I wanted to say is
Maybe it's
that
Tolu.
when I was reading about it on Tech About, one of the things they said is that part of the funding came from Olumide's Voltron Capital. So I wanted
Of
to
course.
ask, like, what is the ethics of funding your own startup from your fund? Because, like, when LPs gave you money, did they give you money for you to use it to fund your
And
startup?
but the
So
funds have. I'm guessing the funds will have an IC that will evaluate that
the fund is
investment.
really
Of course, it's going to be.
small. No, I'm pretty sure it's just maybe him and his other general partner. There's no serious IC. It's literally is it even up to a $10 million fund? I doubt. It's a small fund, so they just make decisions themselves.
Yeah, I don't think there's any ethics required then if it's that small.
Yes, but he has LPs. So the ethics is about like when the LPs give him money.
Yeah, but the LPs will be his friends primarily,
How do you know
and like
that? You don't know
I
that.
don't I don't know, but like the LPs that will give money for that kind of fund would be people like he has deep relationships with,
No,
and
not
so if I'm
really.
starting,
Not really.
if
Like it can be
yeah,
fund of funds. It can be from like
oh true,
it
sure,
can be
true,
from
true, true.
funds of funds, yeah. So he can have that fund and it's not and it's still a professional fund. It's just a small, it's a micro fund.
But is he the one running the entire operation for the new startup?
Actually, no. So I also read that. So when I was reading it, I think they have a CEO and the head of operations or something like that. But like they hired people to run the company.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that kind of also settles it because I don't think he's deeply involved in the startup.
Yes, but
I'm
he's the
not sure.
founder. The shares are his. No, they're still his shares.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool, cool.
Anyway, so the second thing is that the startup is supposed to be like an Andela for AI. So they get data scientists,
AI
they
quoi?
train, yeah, they get
Yeah, I know.
data scientists
As in
and
AI, no need. God help us.
God, I
God help us. Crypto is back. We are so back.
yeah. So I want to
beg.
say something. So they train people to be like AI talents, blah blah blah. But also I want to say something about thank God you brought up this conversation with AI and crypto. Have you guys noticed that since the bull run started, in fact, even Sama, like Sam Altman tweeted about crypto, saying that he always believed in crypto, blah blah. I was looking at the YC list, the YC yeah,
They'll
YC does
change
this
again.
like asks for
Those
the
as in they'll
startups they're
change
looking
again.
for. Yes, so they
Eh,
Yeah,
listed crypto there. Although to be fair, they listed
of
crypto
course.
the last time, but they listed crypto again, and I'm just like, hmm, are these
yeah. Crypto
really
is back.
yeah, so is this really like cycles? Because now, like, you might see people shifting their attention because all of the AI startups that they've invested in, apart from the really big ones, none of them is
Yeah.
really ending up like being the one that like there's no like I don't say there's no traction, but the majority of the traction and the money is still going to the bigger guys. So it's like, are we gonna see another cycle of like crypto startups getting funded and being like the loud thing again, or like what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, far away.
Tolu, we can't
Hello?
hear you.
Oh snap! I think investors will always follow where the crowd is. Especially investors that don't have like primary thesis. So yeah, it's expected. Like builders will build, but like chasers will chase.
Ugh,
That's what I think.
Mm.
What's the meaning of builders with chasers with chase?
Yeah, so but the thing is, another thing is that the builders can build into what is already like the builder, like if you know that crypto is getting funded, you can just build a crypto thing. If you know AI is getting funded, because let's
Yeah,
be
but like,
real, like raising money makes building a startup easier. You really don't want to build a startup
Yes.
without money.
Yes.
So like why should
Yes.
you be starting
why
a
is
startup
Debola
when there's no
screaming?
money?
What the fuck? Why is Debola screaming? Oh my
Because I'm
god.
already thinking of what AI thing that means I will build now. Since all these AI phones started opening everywhere, every time AI this, AI that.
But yeah,
Even the last I saw a tweet, not a tweet on LinkedIn. I saw a post. YC posted something recently on LinkedIn about an AI company that just got funding. And I can't remember the name right now. I clicked on the link to the website. The website doesn't even open.
Is it collect wise?
But
oh, it happens
I
all the
think
time
it's
for YC startups actually.
Wait, sorry, sorry.
adito.io or something like
Oh,
that.
I see.
And I was like, how can you have company? And his AI company is not even
Let,
website is not even
Let me
open.
tell you guys something.
You get
I just hope that none of my cohort members from Techstars hears this. So like one of the companies that YC just announced, Collects Wise or something, Collects AI, something like that. He was in my cohort when I was in Techstars in New York. And this boy, in fact, me and my friends, they we used to say that this boy self, like, what is doing him? He was just in college. He doesn't really care about anything. One white boy like that, he says he ran a digital marketing company when he was blah blah blah. And if you see the way investors were flooding to him, says building one thing. I said that boy just collected 120K for free because as soon as the cohort ended, it's not even up to 2 weeks, Baba. Let me just say 1 month. Baba closed that startup down, says building another thing. So he started building this thing. And then when AI became hot, he added AI to it, and now he got into YC. So when I saw him announce it on LinkedIn that he just got into YC, blah blah, I was just like, you know
After
what?
giving after giving Texas 7%, I was going to give
No, it's a
YC another
different
7%.
company. He closed that company down.
Oh, crazy.
Like not up to, let me just say, like max 3 months after our cohort finished, he just closed that company down. Like even during the cohort, he was not serious. Like you can clearly see that this boy is not that serious in this thing that he's doing. Do you understand? But like investors were so attracted to him. He's young, he's white, he's giving that like Zuckerberg energy.
the
But
next
just
Zuckerberg energy.
thank you. So this now he has started another one again. I'm happy for him, Sha, to be honest.
Mm.
Meanwhile, they wanted us to distribute our equity among ourselves, or they said we should create an equity pool. And then we will now, like, everybody contribute like 2% from their startup, then we'll split it among all of us. I told them I'm not doing no.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the run is going to be on for a while, and thanks to Donald Trump for winning the election, because we would not
Yeah.
have had this success if we didn't win. But yeah,
Yeah.
um,
I'm with you. Crypto is going to make a resurface or whatever it is that it needs to be done, especially with everything that is going on right now with Trump winning the election. I feel like that's a major tilt in the favor against AI at the very least.
So do you think is confirmation that like the economy is gonna be bigger, or is it confirmation that Trump is a degenerate, or is it confirmation that people don't actually have confidence in like the real economy, such that they are going to invest more in like the alternate economy?
so no, no, no. So I think it's just a growth factor. So one thing Trump has been symbolic of, especially with his first 4 years, was um, economic growth. Um, it will inevitably cause inflation, and that's what we've seen um in 2020, or that's what we saw in 2020, and um we are going to experience that growth. Like that's what he has also promised, that production is going to increase a lot in America. GDP is going to increase and all of that fancy stuff.
He's a politician now,
And
he can say
inflation,
anything.
yeah, again, but like that's what he was able to deliver on in the first term, according to what we've read and we've seen. Um, But yeah, that's what is promises. I just wish that we have that kind of expectation with Nigerian politicians sometimes, because sorry. I just think we have that expectation with Nigerian politicians sometimes, because like we don't know where you are going to, like, so with Tinubu, for instance,
American
we're
politicians are the
experiencing
same.
no, with Tinubu is worse. So we're experiencing slow economic growth and we're experiencing high inflation, high interest rates. So what exactly are we doing?
No,
So
no.
it's
What
not
I
like we're
mean,
sacrificing.
no. What I mean is that American politicians can would also promise economic growth. It doesn't mean that they'll deliver on it. That's why I'm saying that. Like, what matters is how people are betting, right? How they're using their money. So it's like the bet on that. The fact that one thing is that Trump loves crypto. Trump has his own crypto, So he loves crypto and everything. That's what I'm saying. The bet is like, what are the like the market, the crypto market booming? What is the bet on? Is it the bet on, or the economy is going to be larger? Is it a bet on like DTJ is one of us, or is it a bet on that they do not really have confidence in the real economy in such a way that they are putting their money in the in alternate economy? So that's why I'm saying that it's not like I hear you, but like I feel like it's one of these three things, or a combination of a number of them, or all of them.
Mm, yeah, I think it serves different purposes, to be honest. Especially like with the increase in, I'm talking about utility now. So the increase in table coins, for instance, and how it is supposed to help with cross-border payments and help it grow massively. And how, like, with crypto as the background of that powers all of that magic, it reduces the barrier that territories have with accepting funds from different certain other territories, and like that works to solve that problem. And does it mean that people don't trust um the fiat based currencies? I don't think it's a case of lack of trust. I think it's just a case of there are long-standing laws and ordinances and and boundaries surrounding how money flows around the world.
So,
And
so it's not much about currency as much as it is about the American economy.
Yeah.
sorry, I don't understand your point.
It's about the economy because like people are putting money, like people are investing in shit, right? So it's not like they are
Yeah, but like,
putting wait. They're not moving their money to
okay,
like into those things as a store of value. They are moving their money
yeah,
there as a store, like they're doing it for like an economic factor, right? So like
yeah,
if you have confidence in the economy, why not put it in stocks? Why you put it in crypto? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
not as much about the currency as it is about like the economy itself.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
what?
I don't have the answer to that, to be honest, because like I don't know what it is for sure. I don't know what it is for sure at this time.
Mm,
But what I can say is, but what I can say is the US leads in on some of these fronts, especially with cryptocurrency. The reason we've gotten this far with cryptocurrency as a concept is because there's a part of the US that still wants it, and we've experienced a setback from the US government for a long time with cryptocurrency,
mhm,
with them not accepting it fully,
mm,
and that's also why it has struggled this much. Coinbase got um license to do cryptocurrency locally in America, and that has also further boosted the concept of cryptocurrency. Um, and people are more invested in it. We now have like institutional funds actually holding crypto assets. We now
mhm,
have ETFs with crypto assets. We have a
mhm.
lot of
But that
new
has been
concepts
for
with
like a
crypto assets.
while.
Yeah, but like more institutional funds like BlackRock, like holding like
BlackRock has been
huge,
holding for a while. Okay, maybe they've increased their allocation, but they've been
not
holding for a while.
not too long while, like
No,
not
no.
too long a while.
What do you mean by what is too long for you? Because I
Like
know
it's
when they
the
first
BlackRock,
started.
BlackRock. Yeah, it was like about 4 years ago or something now.
Was it 4 years ago? No, like maybe 5 years ago.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, but
Uh,
yeah, well, more recently we've been seeing a lot more institutional partners like coming into crypto. Even
mhm,
like fucking JP Morgan
mhm.
is interested in crypto.
Yeah, but we've been
Um,
interested in it for a while as well. I
yeah,
I
but like
hear
not
you on
touching it. Like now
regulation.
they're
I hear you on
yeah,
regulation.
now there's more
Regulation will
interest.
favor it more right now, which is why I'm saying
Yeah,
that the confidence, like people moving more into crypto can be like, oh, okay, Donald Trump is one of us, right? Like he's a crypto guy. So
yeah,
now that he has won, like regulation will favor like what we want to do. So that
of
might
course,
that's like a thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. We
of
spent
course.
a lot of time today. We need to wrap up. So
Yeah, yeah, we need to wrap up. Let's let Adebola go and meet her man. Adebola,
it's
thank you again for coming on the pod tonight, today,
Tonight. Yeah.
and
It's only night
we
night things you know how to do. Yes, sir.
yeah, Sunday morning talking about my Jesus, hallelujah. um,
Wow.
but yeah,
Adebola, please, I want you to come back on this podcast.
It was a
yeah,
pleasure meeting you, Manuela. I already kind of know to some extent the things that interest you based off of your tweets
Hey, well,
and your energy.
my truth is not my life.
she's into
Oh,
sexual immorality. She's into sexual immorality.
You don't have sense.
tell me you're a fool. Tell me you're
No,
a
and
fool.
I'm sure I wasn't disappointed at all. I had a good time listening to
Of course,
you.
because you too, you're into sexual immorality.
And you, Nko, you are the one that know everybody inside into sexual immorality. You, what are you into? What
Oh
are you
God.
into?
I'm into Jesus.
Last week Sunday, I asked people on my IG to tell me what they think of when they think of me, apart from my work. Do you know what Tolu wrote? Tolu said,
Kashewu.
no, I think he said wickedness to men. That's what you wrote. I did not even
Oh,
answer
really?
you. I did not even
But are you
answer
wicked to
you.
me?
No, because there was just no need to answer him. But I'm just like this boy.
Yeah, you're showing Lagos man Shaggy. But yeah, thank you guys. We should do this some other time. Hopefully when we have our mega studio,
Yeah,
because this popularity and this fame is taking is
it's
like
fine.
is going
Ah,
crazy. Um, see you guys